Welcome to my channel, Tech Set Go. Whoa, this just got interesting. After a decade-long break, Sony is back in the game with the RX1R III, and they're not just dipping a toe. Now the big question, which one's better? Let's break it down in the simplest way possible. No fluff, no drama, just facts and impressions that actually matter. They've jumped in with a full-frame splash. Meanwhile, Fujifilm dropped the X100VI in 2024. Keeping their legacy going strong with the 6th iteration of their cult classic, let's start with the basics. The X1R III brings a beastly 61-megapixel full-frame sensor. That's right, 61 megapixels. That's the kind of detail that can capture every grain of sand, every eyelash, every pixel-perfect moment. This sensor is unmatched in this category, making the RX1R III a monster for those who want ultimate resolution. Landscape photographers, studio shooters, print artists, this camera is made for you. Now switch over to the Fujifilm X100VI. The RX1R III features a built-in Zeiss Sunonor 35mm f2 lens. It's a little wider, a little more relaxed, and perfect for storytelling. Think street photography, documentary, lifestyle moments. You can even use Fuji's optional conversion lenses to expand your focal lengths. The hybrid viewfinder adds a layer of creativity, letting you switch from optical to digital in a snap. And let's be real, the RX1R III feels clinical. It's surgical in how it operates, but the X100VI, it's soulful that leaves shutter is whisper quiet, and the dials and buttons invite you to slow down and enjoy the process. If Sony is a stealthy tool, Fuji is a camera you fall in love with. Now here's something else to chew on workflow. Not by a huge amount, but enough to notice if you're carrying it all day. The X100VI feels featherlight in comparison. Add that to better battery life, and it's a traveler's dream. Let's not forget flash options. With the RX1R III, you're stepping into a high-resolution editing beast. Your files are big, your computer better be ready, and your hard drive space will vanish fast. Ask any Fuji user, they'll tell you this camera inspires them to shoot more. It's not just about specs. It opens creative doors for shooters who love mixing natural light with strobes. Sony can do great flash work too, but it needs more setup, also accessories. Let's talk money. The X100VI more accessible, still premium, but way more forgiving on your wallet. And you're not sacrificing quality or joy. Fuji has a growing ecosystem: grips, thumb rests, lens adapters, leather cases, and more. But man, the results are worth it. These images can be stretched, cropped, edited endlessly, and they hold up. Pros will love this. The X100VI. Simpler, smaller files, easier to manage. And don't forget to subscribe for more faceless, fact-packed breakdowns like this one. If you want joy, creativity, and stunning color in a form that makes you love photography again, the Fujifilm X100VI is unbeatable. And if you're into JPEGs, Fuji's output is some of the best out there. Straight out of camera shots look so good you'll barely touch Lightroom. This thing is sharp, like razor sharp. The optics are built to match the resolution. Next up, autofocus. Sony's RX1R III has nearly 700 phase detection points, and they're powered by next-gen AI algorithms. It's not a cinema camera, but it punches way above its weight. Sony's RX1R III is compact, durable, and modern. It's sleek. It fits easily in a small bag. Weather resistance is a question mark, but the build feels solid. Battery life isn't amazing, but it's fine for focused outings. Fuji, totally different vibe. You're getting full-frame cinematic quality in your pocket. It's a hybrid shooter's dream. Fujifilm fights back with strong 4K, also at 30 FPS, also with 10-bit color. The big plus Fuji's film simulations. They give your footage a signature look right out of the box. This thing locks onto faces, animals, cars, you name it. Tracking is sticky, fast, and smart. Even in tricky lighting, it keeps up. It's a killer feature for street shooters and fast action fans. Fujifilm keeps up in its own way. The X100VI might not have the sheer volume of focus points, but it's got enough speed and smarts to handle almost anything. Eye detection is snappy, and the latest firmware improvements keep things smooth. It's more than enough for most real-world use cases. But yeah, Sony takes the crown in raw speed and tracking complexity. What about video? Macro mode lets you get up close, and digital cropping mimics 50mm and 70mm fields of view, giving you options without the bulk. It's a premium lens for premium shooters. It's rocking a 40-megapixel APS-C sensor, which is still super impressive. Don't be fooled by the smaller sensor size. Fuji has mastered the art of color science. Film simulations bring a touch of nostalgia and character right out of the camera. That's no small thing, Dot. So what's the difference? Resolution. Obviously, Sony wins in detail and dynamic range. You can crop deeper, push shadows further, and print much, much larger. But Fuji brings charm, color, and speed. It's built for everyday shooting. From the streets to travel with colors that pop and vibes that feel right. If you want accuracy, go Sony. If you want character. And this sensor delivers stunning images full of life and vibe. You're not just shooting photos, you're making memories that look and feel the way you remember them. Go Fuji, let's talk lens. Meanwhile, the Fujifilm X100VI comes with a 23mm f2 lens, which is about a 35mm full-frame equivalent. It's like comparing a scalpel to a paintbrush. It's both precise but with a different kind of artistry. Sony's RX1R III records. 4K at 30 fps with full 10-bit internal color and slog 3 for serious post-work. No editing needed. That's a huge win for creators who want to shoot, post, and move on. No stress, just style, body design. The X100V is all about feel. It's retro. It's tactile. It's inspiring. Battery life is better. The controls make you want to slow down and think about each shot. This is a camera that simplifies life, especially if you're more into capturing the moment than editing for hours. Another thing, portability. Both cameras are small, but the RX1R III is denser, heavier. Fuji's leaf shutter allows for high-speed sync with flashes, even in bright daylight. It feeds into that lifestyle experience. With Sony, the accessories are fewer, more functional, but not as charming. Fuji knows its audience and designs. For Joy. Then, there's the emotional connection. It's about how the camera feels in hand, how it makes you think differently, how it brings back the fun in photography. Sony, it's about precision, about performance, about knowing you're using one of the best imaging tools out there. And that's powerful too. It's less emotional, more tactical, but no less rewarding, especially when image quality is everything price. The RX1R III is expensive, no surprise there. You're paying for that full-frame sensor, Zeiss lens, and cutting-edge autofocus. It's an investment. So, who wins? It depends on you. If you need max resolution, pro-level focus, and full-frame power, the Sony RX1R III is your camera. Either way, you're walking away with a camera that'll change how you shoot. That's all for today's deep dive. Hit that like button if this helped. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Team Sony or Team Fuji?